What's up, everybody? It is time once again to check in on our friend, the McDonald's Jewel box. I should say friends and the McDonald's Jewel unbox. So this is an experiment where I sealed up a McDonald's cheeseburger, medium fries, and an apple pie within its own moisture to see if this stuff actually does mold. Because there's so many other stories out there where people have said, oh yeah, this stuff is just fake food and it never molds and whatever else, but this definitely has proved all of those theories wrong. Because, let's take a look here. This is sealed within its own moisture, and this is what most people, the majority, would think happens to all McDonald's food. So all of these food items were sealed in this box on May 30th, 2020. This was bought on May 30th, 2022, and this is what's happened now in November of 2025. Everything is hard as a rock. This is a little brittle, but as you can see, the pie is like kind of crusted looking a little bit. It has formed a bit of these white little specks on top, and the fries are basically... they are sticks, they are twigs, they are hardened. All the grease has soaked into this here. So anyways, that is the McDonald's Jewel unbox. I'll lift up the burger there, you can check that out. Ooh, yummy. Alright, so let's start with the fries first today. And there really isn't much happening with the fries since last month. It is just looking more miserable with the fry sleeve, how it is. It's just becoming more nasty and moldy looking and yellowed instead of the bright red it used to be. The fries are turning more like brown and black, kind of mold happening there. Earlier in the year, it was more of a frosted. It went through kind of a change and evolution throughout this year. So the fries have been doing all kinds of craziness for 2025. So here is an aerial view of the fries. You see the mold has kind of attached itself to the back of the fry sleeve, and it's looking like almost like cobwebs, spider webs, or whatever, but that's just that white mold. And that black mold is just, it is slowly growing and taking over the rest of the French fries there. And up towards the front, you see these white crystals growing out of the whole fry there. That started last year or so, and they just been getting larger and larger, and more has popped up since then. So very interesting with what the fries are doing at the moment. Alright, and now we will look at the almighty cheeseburger. What's happening with the cheeseburger? So this thing started out as an actual cheeseburger, believe it or not, and now it's like a flattened poop pie thing. Now the cheese that hung out of the burger there, you see, has turned more crusty. That's what I've noticed this past month. It's kind of gotten this burnt end kind of look and texture to it. And we could get this aerial shot here. We are getting some bits of white mold here and there, and this whole section started out being very wet, but as you see now, it has started to crust a bit. Now, I used to keep this in the studio, but the studio gets hot, then it gets cold, depending on the season, so I now keep it down in the basement, where it's more dry and everything else. But there you go, that is the cheeseburger. It does have a bit more of a larger kind of mountain range of just crap right there. Oh, that is just nasty looking. That looks like just a mole that's going out of control. But yeah, look at that. That used to be a McDonald's cheeseburger, ladies and gentlemen. Ugh. And now we get to the apple pie. Now, the apple pie, this is the thing I've noticed more than anything else since this past month. I mean, it's just gotten nastier and nastier. The apple pie was the last thing to go and get really nasty. The cheeseburger was the first, then the fries, and then the apple pie finally started degrading. But look, here is the new development. I'm looking here, and the camera isn't picking up too much, but it is literally just disappearing. You see that hole right there? Like, it's breaking apart, and it's just disappearing. So I want to know maybe in the next couple of years if this pie will even exist anymore. It'll just be like a little brown stain on the bottom of the case here. But yeah, this pie now is just looking like a roasted marshmallow over the campfire. You just put in the fire and just let it burn till it's just a complete charred mess. And it does have some white mold here and there. That's somewhat new. It did have a little bit last month, if I remember correctly, but the white mold's coming back a little bit on it. But yeah, there you guys go. That is your update for the McDonald's Jewel box and the McDonald's Jewel unbox for November of 2025. I am DJ Glowing Ice. Thank you guys for watching, and make sure to check in next month as we see more action-packed, moldy goodness. And until then, have a good one, and I will see you then. Bye-bye.